Today on the Justice Court, the plaintiff, Samson Adebayo, is suing Okewumidi for the sum of 750,000 naira, a loan he obtained to execute a building contract.
All rise. Court in session. Honorable Judge Fumi Asaolu presiding. Please be seated. Your Honor, this case is between Samson Adebayo and Okewu. Parties sworn on oath.
Samson Adebayo.
Your Honor.
The plaintiff here. Can you narrate to me?
Your Honor. My name is Samson Adebayo, and Mr. Friday is my friend. He, at some point, needed a loan of 750,000 naira. Precisely 2nd March 2018 was when the transaction was done. And he borrowed the fund with assurance that he was going to do a refund within 30 days.
Within
30 days, a month. And then up to this moment, he has not paid back the money.
How long have you known him?
I knew him for 2 years.
Before the transaction occurred?
Yes.
Okay. Can you tell me what's going on?
Your Honor, ma, he is not actually telling what happened. I needed the money, but not directly from him. I knew somebody who knew him, and I knew him through that person. So
You met him through someone?
Yes.
A common friend?
Yes. I am a contractor. I am into construction. So there is a job I was called upon in Abuja. Alpha Rock Construction Company. They were actually Lebanese, and the late Senator Kabir, something from what do you call it, Castina State, who passed away in 2018 around June, July, was actually the chairman of that company. So we are supposed to build a turret duplex for them. I am not the only one. Nigeria contractors who are involved with like 196 thereabouts.
What actually happened?
Okay, now on needing that loan, when I call Bimbo for the loan, so I think 2 days after, it was for me to register for APG from Zenith Bank. After our processing, so we are asked that we'll go open a new account in Zenith Bank. That it is Zenith Bank, the company themselves use. So we all agree. So the money I was supposed to pay was 4.5 million for the APG because the contract given to me was 1.8 million. So I needed 750 to complete my own money. So when I called her, she said she doesn't have it, that she will get back to me tomorrow. So I think at about 9 a.m. in the morning, the second day, she actually called. So she measured him. Then I haven't set my eyes on him. I don't even know him. So she said there is a guy, Samson, blah, 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 they are church member, blah, blah, is interested in giving the money based on interest. I said, how much? She said 1.5. I said, no. I said, he can even get more than if he can work because we are to build. So on putting him on call, he said he has a friend who is an engineer, which he linked me to, who stays in the Niger State. So we agree. I think at about 1 p.m. at noon, he actually sent the money. But along the line, when Senator Kabiru died, the Lebanese man who was the MD disappeared from Nigeria. And that was not the only money I invested. It was because of my health, where I came from. I would have came with documents for you to see. So, and since then, nothing has been working. So I met with him several times. We'll be talking. If he called, if I don't pick his call in the morning, maybe before afternoon, I will see messages, maybe like 1,000 if I wake up. So, and I will call back. I am owing you. I'm not running away from that.
How long have you been owing him?
I think the transaction happened 2018. Around
And this is 2021?
Yes, ma'am.
So how much have you paid up to date?
I haven't paid anything. I'm not a salary earner.
You know why I said that?
Yeah.
You just made a statement and said it calls you several times.
Yeah.
You are not running away. You are going to pay him.
Yeah.
So if after 3 years you have not paid, you don't think it's normal for him to be disturbing you?
No, it
with
is.
phone calls?
It is.
All right then, okay. I'm listening to you.
Okay. So along the line, I had a supply in 2018 So, which he knew of. The guy is in worry. Yeah, I can even ask you to put a call through to him too. So, when they were paying the money, they put it into his own account. Up to this moment, if I call him, I will pay tomorrow. He spent that money. So I will pay tomorrow, I will pay next tomorrow. So
What's the
based on that-
relationship with that man?
Huh?
The person they paid the money into his
Yeah.
account.
We supply furniture.
That's a separate.
Yes. So that I made a promise to him that as I get my own profit there, I will pay him some part of his money.
When was that?
That was we did the supply around in November 2018. Then the Federal Ministry of Education paid the money last year, February. But the guy didn't remit my own up to this moment as I talk to you.
So since that time up till now, you are telling me you've not earned a dime. Thank God.
My Lord, I have several options for you to find out.
I'm listening.
Up to this moment as I'm talking to you, nothing has been happening financially. The first day, I think the secretary of this commission invited me. It was a living witness. I didn't leave his office when my kids' school were calling. As I talk to you now, for 2 years, I've not paid school fees. For 2 years.
All this, I could understand. But it still doesn't stop the fact that you are owing him and he's entitled to his money.
Sure.
And you need to pay him. And that you've even drag it for too long. He's been patient enough.
Yes, it does.
Exactly. So you must work around how to pay him. The only way, the only soft landing I can give you is to pay by installments. You have to work out how to pay him. You can't just walk in there and tell me, I'm owing him, I don't have the money now. You've been owing him for 3 years, and you just have to wait until you get the money. It's not acceptable. You've been feeding. Haven't you been feeding?
Yes, I do.
Sure. So if you can look for money to feed, you can look for money to travel down. That means you never made him a priority.
Your Honor, should I show you how I travel down?
How you did what?
How I get here?
How have you been feeding? For 3 years. Somebody has been feeding you.
My wife, she's into fashion design.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the family, there's a source of income that comes into the family. Definitely.
But as a responsible man, I don't think I should be putting that body on her neck.
But you wouldn't mind the responsible man to be locked up for owing money.
Well,
It sounds funny to you.
My Honor.
You're acting a film. It's a comedy.
No, my Honor. I don't know what to say. That is why I just decided.
No, I'm just asking you. If her priority is that, and she's ready to let you go on that, that journey, and you think by that time she will not run around to raise the money, it's an option you have. It's an option you have. And I'm telling you, you are not living here today until there's either you pay a part of it or you made a solid arrangement towards it. And if you are even making an arrangement towards balance payment of, you have to bring in 2 guarantors that will be verified and will be sure they are capable of offsetting the loan. If you are owing for 3 years, I could understand if you have challenges. But you've got this funny attitude, like there's nothing I can do about it. You just have to wait.
Your Honor,
I'm talking and don't interrupt me.
Your Honor,
I said don't interrupt me.
Okay.
When you were speaking, I gave you room. I did not interrupt you throughout. I'm telling you my own stand and my own opinion on your attitude towards the court. If you are owing him for 3 years now, and even standing right there, you are confirming to me that you have not paid him a dime, not even 10,000 naira, not 5,000 naira, not 3,000 naira. But then, there's something you raised actually. You mentioned he gave you the money with interest. He was supposed to collect an interest.
Can I have a seat?
I asked the question. Did you answer my question? I said the money that I gave you. You were supposed to get interest on the money.
Yes.
Is that true?
Ma, he pledged to give me an interest on the money, but I was not particular. I have a history of all our chats since 2019 printed here in my bag. I can show you with everything.
I'd like to have a look at that. Did you say you have issues with standing up? Do you want a seat?
Yes.
Okay, please, can you get to me, sir?
Thank you.
Okay, so I'm listening to you now. Do you have any proposal towards offsetting your debt?
This is what I would suggest, my lord. If I can be given the June ending, because when I left here and I went outside, somebody called me for something. So if I'm better, maybe in 2 weeks' time I will travel to him.
I didn't get that.
I said when I went out, I received a call from someone, so which has to do with something I'm about to do. So I would suggest I'm giving the grace from now to the end of June. So I won't promise all the money of 50, but let me promise 1/3, because what I'm called for, I don't know what I will make out of it yet.
So you are saying by end of June,
June, yes.
you'll be able to pay 1/3.
Yes.
That's 250,000 naira.
Yes.
So what about the rest?
If, that is why I use the word if what I'm going for, if it's that profitable, then I can offset all.
When?
It is when I travel now that will determine what I want to go
It
and
doesn't work that way in the courtroom, unfortunately.
Okay. Okay. June, then August, maybe before the end of November, I do all the payments.
June, August,
November.
November.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that acceptable to you?
Well, if he pays everything before the end of the year, so
It's even give you the grace of paying till the end of the year. Instead of November, that you have up till end of December to pay up. Is that okay?
Yes, it is. It's because there wasn't means of paying, that was why.
I didn't get that.
I said it was because initially there wasn't means of paying it. I still remain like this, it's because I don't have money to go to a better hospital.
Unfortunately, it doesn't work that way in the court.
Yeah, sure.
Judge Fumi helps both parties to reach amicable settlement. She rules after the break.
So judgment for the plaintiff for the sum of 750,000 naira. The defendant is to pay the plaintiff 250,000 naira by the last day of June 2021, and another deposit
August.
by 31st day of August 2021, and the balance of 250,000 naira by the last day of December 2021. Judgment for the plaintiff.
All rise.